What's up, guys, and welcome back to a new video. Today we're just going to be trying to get gifted these two things, a pumpkin this thing. Watch it now. Wait, so it's live? This is live. And Yo, what's up? And I'm trying to act like a normal 13-year-old. I'm not. I'm just. I'm old. Today's my birthday. Go.
In front so they can then about face on the rest of the lobby, and our second place trio is still up on their feet, but it's just in a duo form as Floki is also going to get knocked. It's all going to be on Nakos now for our fourth place trio, as the first placement points will take over. Every trio up beginning 1 point, but still 40 players remaining, 9 of which are under Storm Surge. Our fourth place trio going down, second place trio also getting knocked here as Nate, Dave, and Bobo are continuing to just be on the front priority of the zone. Hen doing his best solo ranger impression, picking up another knock, but right now all about priority as these guys are going to begin to find picks.
We're going to see a new name at Hype very shortly, considering Mongo Trios is out. They went out at the very beginning. This is the wild card on the low ground, working as a unit, doing really well. They're trying to find space a lot of enemy builds, but they're going on the storm side of things, so they're going to be able to save as much as possible. A nice pickup by Nate right there is going to go back into the storm to pick up those valuable loot. Now we're going to get a point and see and look at who's at the mid ground, who's at second height, who is at the low ground. It looks like Nate Exalti, actually Bobo going down, so it's going to be Nate to Rojo right now, and Rojo is really low, so all of it's going to be back time for Nate, considering that he has a strong power weapon. He has some crash pads, so he can cause some destruction. And now Nate is going solo dolo. Steely picks up an Elam. Heatsy picks up an Elam. And Steely and Hen picks up a knock. And Hen is still up. And Nate picks up an Elam. Everybody's trying to capitalize that, knowing that the big dogs are out of this match here, Sundown.
And Hen finally going down the solo run into the top 10, but Nate says, I'm Mr. Solo Dolo himself. Crash pad up on the high ground, gets Antarak, and we saw SLQ had a brilliant kind of tactical performance yesterday, hiding in the tree there for their second place, so some high ground control, but again, textbook from the top down. When they're given the power position, they're taking advantage and trying to storm up the leaderboard. Thomas HD flicking it off on the high ground and nothing to do now.
And Sweeze is out, so that is the second place team going down, getting eliminated. This is Thomas and Anas and Flick's world to be able to bolt themselves up their leaderboard. This is the strong opportunity to do so. They already have, look at that, double-digit elims, 11 elims. This is going to be such a strong game from this trio, and now we're in a top 4 situation. And Flick, Anas, and Thomas HG has initiated the spread, the split, the deadly split that a trio could initiate and rack up a lot of elims and cause disruption. And Flick has those crash pads as well. He's going to be able to throw them down and cause more disruption on the low ground.
but I want to see them execute and close out this game. Too many times during the qualifiers, they'll be in this position and it'll slip away in the final moment. And if they want to put themselves in the money, if they want to unseat Mitro, Mongrel, and Tayson all the way, not just from the landing spot, but from a miraculous run and unseat them at the top, they have to get all the elims into victory right now. Nos finding Flois in the side. Thomas making sure he's all the way up on height and he has a shockwave to also throw down on the low ground. Going to continue with the crash pads. Sends up a Nos, but Flick goes down. They're going to put the heals onto Thomas, and then Anas is going to go down and try and close out the match. Challenge comes up, but a big 75 tag coming through. Here's the thing. Anas is down 1v3, but the tick is going to end up coming over. Centric is in the zone. He has the healing pads, and Thomas HD clutches it up there. Well done, Louis, going down in 15 eliminations.
That was awesome. Unbelievable. It is grand finals. It is hype. We are going to need a leaderboard check. Zeke, Shio, and Reese, what you got for us?
I'm sorry. Did Thomas just full send it with no builds in that final moment? The confidence to say, look, I'm going over the edge here, and I'm walking away with the victory royale. Thomas, listen, okay? These are the plays. I cannot believe it. Also, the casters talked about it. This trio swapping it up, saying Mongrel, Mitro, Tayson, no longer. We are the new Kingslayers on the turf. We will find you on your POI. We will claim it as our own, and we will walk that through to the victory royale. A massive 40-point game swing, and now they are looking to contest in that top spot. Can they keep doing this, though? Shy, if they could keep this going, if they could keep shutting them down, we could see them walk away the victors.
It'll have to be a repeated time loop every single game, though. They'll have to come to bargain over and over again, because right now the top 5 is looking exactly the same.
Yeah, no changes here at all. What I'm very interested to see, though, is where that put Flick, Anas, and Thomas HD. These guys really were not performing. They were down at 17th, and up to their own standards, these guys are definitely a top 5 team. However, where's this put them? And here's our answer. 6th place after that. So that's moved them up 11 spots on the leaderboard, just from one victory royale with 15 eliminations. Another team that we've seen moving up here there was Nate, Bobo, and Exalty there as well, down in 10th. These guys have moved up from 12th. I meant Rojo instead of Exalty. I said his name twice, but these guys are fantastic. They've moved up there from 5 eliminations, 5th, and we saw Nate going into a little bit of a solo endgame. He came 14th in the solo FNCS, so he's capable of that clutching, and that was really showing there in his gameplay.
Yeah, but Sundown said it best. It doesn't matter how many elims these guys get or if they just get the victory royale. It has to be everything. It has to be a combination of both in one game, done multiple times if you want to hit that top 5. Even with such an impressive game there from Flick, Anas, and Thomas HD, it only puts them in 6th, and they were all the way down here from 16th, 15th to 20th. So any of these teams, if they want a shot to push forward, get there in the top spots at the end of day 2, have to play perfectly repeatedly, and that is a tall ask.
Yeah, you know, some of the teams that we've seen here, 16 to 20, I kind of mentioned it last time. They're just struggling that early and mid game. If you look through their game history, a lot of them are going around that 25th, 24th slots, and this is, if you see this in the leaderboards, usually means that they're going down to Storm Surge. You know, they didn't have enough tags, and then they have to try and take a dumb fight that they didn't really need to.
Yeah, but now we have a little bit of a tournament on our hands, because it's not guaranteed that the first place team of Mitro, Mongrel, and Tayson has a game to play every single time off drop for free. Stark Industries is one of the most polarizing drops that can fights where they just end in a matter of 5 seconds.
Guys, this is very scary, because you got to think about it. This time, it went Thomas and Trio's way. But this next game, especially if they're looking to contest them game after game, if they are the ones that fall and then Mongrel, Mitro, and Tayson turn around and get a victory royale, this could really stunt their overall placement and like lessen the amount of prize money they could walk away on the day. We have a tournament on our hands. You said it the best. Now let's talk about what we have watched in this game. Break it all down for us.
It was Thomas, the hype tank train engine we were looking at in that last game. From the beginning, we saw it happen on stream. Well, let's look at it again. Making the last-ditch effort decision to contest one of the strongest spots on the map, to contest the first-place team, and win it without anyone going down. My goodness.
And you know, Anas tweeted that they were going to be landing here for every single event once the place was actually initially put into the game. And they didn't really hold up to that. However, we've just seen Anas on Twitter retweet it saying we're landing here, and this was clearly the forthcoming of that because they landed and they popped off big time.
Yep, and they continued it all the way to endgame. A dominant showing of just staying on height. A clutch crash pad to make sure Thomas HD got that bandage cannon. Then he had position. He goes for a super shockwave. He gets mid-air shots down. That Stark energy rifle you can only really get at those dropships, but at the same time also at Stark Industries. That's where they landed. They got the win. Flick went down. It's all good. They had complete trust in their last man who was clutching all the way towards the top. It was Thomas's show at the very end of the game, but it was this trio just playing so well and making the best decisions to keep their tournament dream alive.
It looked like there was some baby oil on the low ground there because so many teams all just fell at the exact same time going down. But Thomas HD, you can see the huge shockwave up there, and using the Stark Rifle, kind of like Shao mentioned there, has really good accuracy from the hip fire, so while he's shockwaving, he's going to be able to hit those shots like that and pick up that big Victory Royale easily.
I just can't believe it, just watching it back. It's like, dude, the confidence that Thomas has, and we were kind of talking right before we came back, it's like, Thomas, you've been in this situation before, you know what you need to do, and he's just so comfortable. For him, it looks so effortless, because in these times, he knows he can clutch. There's no fear, it's just, we're going. We're going to walk forward, we're going to find the Victory Royale, and we're going to push ourselves closer and closer up to the top. I'm so excited that this could be happening. I'm very scared to watch these trios fight it out again, because again, it may not go the same way. It may be very different. We'll have to see. Fortnite fan, we're going to take a break. When we return, the final 4 games, and inevitably, our new FNCS Trios champions. We'll see you guys in 5 minutes. Come back. You won't want to miss it.
5 minutes. Yo, hello.
What's going on, Fortnite fam? Reese back with another video, and in today's video, I want to cover height. We're going to be using Zay, Saf, and Stretch as an example, and one of their games where they picked up a Victory Royale from Qualifier 3 round 3 of the FNCS. Across the 12 games, these guys picked up 4 Victory Royales, and they hold height in an absolutely textbook way, so let's dive into that. Firstly, just for super basic, height is when you're on the very highest layer of the moving zones in endgame, and this is powerful for many reasons. Firstly, because you use the least amount of materials to traverse the moving zones, you have a ton of angles on players to shoot down on, you have the best opportunities for healing, and you only need to worry about players below you, so you don't have to cover your left, right, and above, which you'll have to on low and mid-ground players. I like to categorize the art of playing high ground into 2 separate categories, claiming and maintaining. Claiming high ground does not start in the end game. It starts much earlier in the game, and in this game in particular, Zay, Saf, and Stretch try to claim the high ground as early as the 3rd zone. You can see them take up a large amount of space horizontally here, with Zay and Saf building over onto another area, so they have 2 separate points of high ground. Later on in the game, when the 4th zone appears, they're not actually inside of this zone, so they wait late until other players have already built up there, and then they all shockwave over and claim the high ground there. The only reason that these guys get to the highest layer in 4th is because they'd already set themselves up on a higher layer in the 3rd zone. This allows them simply to just shockwave over and claim it. From here on out, our team's goals switch up from claiming high ground to maintaining it. Really, they're not looking for a huge amount of eliminations here. Their main goal is just to ensure they are the only ones on height. They do this by shooting at other players who have built up in other areas of the zone to around equal levels of them, and also by looking down, looking at players who are 1 or 2 layers below them, and pressuring these guys to make it seem like there's no chance that they're going to claim height over Zay, Saf, and Stretch. You can see that the 5th zone is almost max distance from where they are now, so this is where Zay, Saf, and Stretch are going to need to start claiming the high ground again. Zay hits a beautiful snipe on one of the opposing players at the opposite height, so this is an immediate flag that our team should now just go and grab that height, because these guys are going to be on the defensive, trying to pick up the res on this teammate, and aren't going to be focusing on maintaining that high ground. What Zay does is he actually shockwaves over to another layer of builds and then builds out into the zone to create a different area of high ground. Then, once this is solidified, Saf and Stretch both then come over onto this high ground, and then Zay actually goes over to the other layer of high ground where he sniped the player and builds up here. This is exactly the same thing we saw in the third zone, where they've claimed 2 separate layers of high ground. They do this.
What happened? Wait, what just happened? Did it just... Wait, what? Did it just end? Okay, is this all just blue right now?
Yeah, I see blue.
That's weird. They probably had a problem.
X. No spaces?
No spaces.
Okay.
And then you see me live, I want you to comment so I know it's you.
I probably won't be able to give you a comment.
Because you don't have a channel?
No.
That's okay, but can you try to subscribe?
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be back in like a minute or two. So, we got a minute or two to wait. Oh, they're gonna be back in like a minute or two. Oh, I can see you watch my channel. Oh, I can see you watch my channel.
Can you add me?
I'll add you later.
Can you add me?
Okay, can you turn off the stream because it's kind of getting annoying. They're coming back on, Just wait a second.
How long do you live stream?
The whole day.
The whole day?
Like my
What
emote?
time is it? Yeah. Do you have like the rolly emote so we can like do it together?
This?
Like where I can just like dance like with you.
I don't have that. That's like a. I don't have that many emotes. Hurry up! I'm waiting for the show to get back on. Hurry up! We don't got all day. I got things to do. I'm gonna leave this stream because there's nothing showing. It sucks. You know,
Wait,
Fortnite Mirrors? You know Fortnite Mirrors is already over?
It is?
Yeah, their next update, they're taking out all zombies. Wait, what happened? It passed a minute. It passed 5 minutes. I'm gonna leave because nothing's happening. I think they just ended it.
Do you accept it?
I'll accept it later, not right now.
Okay.
Yeah, hello?
Yo, hello. Can you join my party, please? I want to play with you.
Can you give me this gold trooper?
What?
Can you give me this gold trooper?
Ain't got gifting.
None. I love you. Yo, hello, can you hear me? Epic. Can you get 2 picks while you're gone? Oh, me, everybody. God, when will my friend get on? I can ask her for... It's too loaded. I'm just gonna ask for this gold tripper. And then this. Yeah. Yo, hello? Anyone, if someone can hear me in my stream right now, comment yes if you can hear me.
Capitalize on the one opportunity that they got while getting the place in place, while getting some elimination. Not quite enough. Plus 5 points. So the victory royale alone that plus 15, then they also have a better average safety score coming through there. So active fine. It's possible. But every single match that passes makes it more and more unlikely and more likely that everyone else is fighting for second.
And at the same time, you have Kinzel, Wolfies, and CRR who are right behind you. They're very close to up in your right here and get into second place. Every placement here matters. We're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars of prize pool money on the line, and that is what's at stake for all the other trios. We kind of joked, we kind of say, hey, Mongrel and Mitro and Tayson statistically are so far ahead. It's just a battle for second and third. But now that we're seeing that the EU region is stepping up, they're now landing at start, multiple trios. The question is, can Tayson lead Mongrel and Mitro to a better pasture when it comes to these kind of contestations, as now we see Tayson now trying to get a snipe in, and look at them, they're still being aggressive. Granted, they just left Shambles Town, they're still trying to do their
What the heck? Yo, do you have a mic? Hello? Hello? No, I'm going lazy. I'm going caddy. Like I'm going lazy. My friend gets on today. I'm asking him for this, and then for this, and then maybe this. If they even get on, I don't know. Will my friend